So there are hundreds of rewards-based projects in the crypto space, and we've talked about dozens of these on the channel before, between Cardano rewards-based tokens to Ethereum rewards-based tokens to even some on Binance Smart Chain. And many of these has been very successful, yielding, millions of dollars in returns for investors. And I've personally invested in quite a few of these. So today's video, I want to talk about a project called Pharoah, because a lot of you guys have been tagging me about it on Twitter, and from time to time, we do these sort of videos where we talk about smaller projects with a lot of potential that you guys tag me about on Twitter. So today we're going to talk about Pharoah, and the cool thing about this project is that it is a Binance Smart Chain rewards-based crypto. But the interesting thing about it is that it doesn't pay out in its own token. It actually pays out rewards in the form of Sphinx tokens. And this is very, very cool because Sphinx is a platform that is gaining a lot of traction, and it gives people an easy way to access like trading, yield farming, staking, all in one place. So this is Sphinx's trading platform. You can see it has very in-depth trading tools from chart analysis. You can see all the different aspects there. You can see you could easily swap tokens on their platform. You could see all the things with trading history and everything else. And that is something that's pretty cool about Pharoah, is that they pay out rewards and dividends in the form of Sphinx tokens. So that means that if Sphinx grows, your rewards automatically grow and exponentially grow on top of themselves. Second thing I want to talk about is actually with Pharoah, because while Sphinx is a cool platform and it's interesting that they pay out their rewards in form of Sphinx tokens, let's talk about Pharoah in particular. So Pharoah is a token that has a couple of interesting things in terms of its tokenomics. When you look at its tokenomics right now, there's two important things. First is their buy tax, which is 13%. And the second thing is their 14% sales tax. Both of these, the whole goal of this is to help contribute to the project growing long term. So for example, when you buy and you make any sort of transaction with Pharoah tokens, 5% goes to marketing, 4% goes to rewards, 3% goes to giveaways, and 1% goes to liquidity. Second part of that is with sales tax. You could see that 14% sales tax. Interesting thing here is that the sales tax is higher than the buy tax, really incentivizing people to actually stay in the project long term. But similar to their buy tax, 5% goes to marketing, 5% goes to rewards, 3% goes to giveaways, and 1% goes to liquidity. So every single time someone buys or sells Pharoah tokens, it's going to, first of all, add money to let the project grow long-term through marketing. Second is that it's going to add more money in the form of dividend payments to anyone holding Pharoah tokens. That's what the rewards are. If someone buys or sells Pharoah, if you're a holder, you get paid out dividends every single time that happens in the form of Sphinx tokens. And third thing is with giveaways, which we'll go over in a minute. And fourth is liquidity. And liquidity is so important in any crypto project. And you see that there have been liquidity issues in the past, but this really helps contribute to the project's overall liquidity and really long-term value, in my opinion. Next thing I want to talk about is going to be what is going on with their giveaways. We'll talk about their giveaways in particular. So they have a couple of different phases in their giveaways. When you look at their white paper, we'll scroll to that really quickly. You can see that there's three main stages for giveaways. They said down the road, once the project starts creating a bit more traction, has more money in their giveaway wallet, they plan to up their giveaways over time. But right now they're in stage one. And stage one is where giveaways will be worth up to 1,000 USD or less. And that's going to happen once every single week. The second stage is when giveaways are going to be worth between 1,000 and 10,000 USD. These are going to happen every 2 weeks. And the third stage is going to be when giveaways are worth more than 10,000 USD. And this is going to happen once a month. So you can see that consistently over time. Not only are people who hold Pharoah tokens going to be rewarded more through like buy and sales tax, but also with giveaways. Giveaways are going to continue to get bigger and bigger over time as the project gets bigger. So this is something that's pretty interesting. The cool thing really about this project, in my opinion, is that it does pay out rewards tokens, not in like Binance Smart Chain, not in its own native token, but it pays them out in Sphinx. So every single time that someone buys or sells Pharoah token, you will get paid Sphinx. So not only will you own Pharoah tokens, which you bought originally, but also you are going to own Sphinx tokens. So that is something that is very cool. When we look at Pharoah tokens chart right now, it has done pretty well, even though the market has been very volatile as of recently. You can see that the price has had a couple of big spikes, a couple of drops, but overall has trended up over time. One thing to keep in mind with this project is that it is a very low market cap. And I don't usually talk about these on the channel very much. I just just like to talk about projects that you guys request. And this was a highly requested video. So, like I said, if you guys tag me enough on Twitter, I pick them from time to time. We cover these topics. But so recently, this project has been consistently doing fairly well, even with all the volatility in the market. And the cool thing about it is that, personally, I'm going to tell you, I don't own any right now. So I'm not just trying to pump this just to pump it. I don't own the token. I'm not trying to just, talk about something, sell it after I talk about it. I don't own anything. You can check my wallets. I just thought that this was an interesting project to go over because a lot of you guys have asked about it, and it's interesting because it's not just a strict rewards token in the sense that it pays out its own token or it pays out like BSC tokens. It actually pays out another rapidly growing project's token. It pays out Sphinx. So I thought that was very cool. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be a couple of things with their roadmap. When we look at their roadmap over the coming months and weeks, you see that they have 4 main phases. The first is like community launch, website launch, private presale, whitelist, competition, whitelist, public presale. Second is going to be their launch of their token to the public, first giveaways, staking/farming. Third is CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap listing, partnerships, things like that, which is really where we are currently sort of standing. And then the last is going to be phase 4, which is going to be NFT launches, DApps, other giveaways, and starting to get into that stage 3 of giveaways, which really ups the dollar amount. So they have a lot of exciting things planned, and even though this is just, a rewards token, I think it's important to have rewards tokens as part of your portfolios, and the ones that I like the best aren't ones that just pay out their own token, but really ones that pay out other tokens, because then it's like, okay, you buy Pharoah, you own that can go up in value over time, and then you also get paid out dividends every single time someone buys Pharoah in the form of Sphinx. So that is pretty cool in my opinion. Last thing I want to talk about is just going to be with what is going on with buyback, because a lot of people always talk about cryptocurrencies and rewards tokens and look at some sort of buyback function. And this is something that's very important to not only Pharoah, but also to every single rewards token, because it's a way to help the community continue to grow over time. And what you can see is about Pharoah in their white paper. It says that the rewards tax will change to a buyback/burn tax over time, ensuring that the max supply will maintain at $1 billion while creating growth and stability in its overall project and overall long-term growth of Pharoah. So this is something that's pretty cool, something pretty interesting that you need to realize is that rewards tax is also going to change to a buyback/burn, because that's also ultimately going to help continue to have the project grow long-term. So anyways, I don't personally own this project, but I want to go over it because I think it has, some big upside. If you're looking for some micro cap altcoins that you want to invest in, one that can really 100x, well, this has the potential. Obviously, it's a high risk, high reward play, but if you're looking for a rewards token, you're looking to add that portion to your portfolio, I definitely think this is one that you should consider, because it isn't just a typical rewards token. It has a lot of benefits on top of it. But let me know your thoughts on this. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Tag me in any projects that you want me to go over in the future, because that's where I get a lot of these video ideas for, and when I see someone tag enough about a project, I'll start looking into it, start talking about it. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.